Hello, hello. Welcome to the Master of Crypto. This is the voice of your boy Ken Akure. And in today's class, we'll be looking at NFTs, non-fungible tokens. What are they? What are they used for? What is the concept of NFTs? Now, let me read my slide. In economics, a fungible asset is something with units that can be readily interchanged, like money. So with money, you can swap, let's say 10 naira notes for two 5 naira notes, and they will still have the same value. However, if something is non-fungible, that is impossible. It means that that thing has unique properties so that it cannot be interchanged with something else, even if that something else is very similar. So, like the example of money, for example, if I have 1,000 naira notes, and somebody comes to me and say, bros, please give me change now, give me change. Oh, sorry, I have 1,000 naira note and I'm looking for change. Maybe I want to buy a loaf of bread. It doesn't have change. I'm looking for change. So give me 1,000 naira change. You can say, okay, give me 200 naira notes, one, uh, another 200 naira notes, one, 100 naira notes, one, then one 500 naira notes. That's still 1,000 naira. The value is the same. Do you understand? Or you can do two 500 naira notes, still makes up 1,000 naira notes. But when it comes to NFTs, non-fungible, you cannot do that. Why? One 1,000 naira note, even though it's worth 1,000, has certain characteristics that gives it a different value and a different meaning from every other thing that is existing. We'll go deeper now. Now, this non-fungible token could be a house, a painting such as the Mona Lisa, or which other famous artist, is it Plato, or which other one? Sorry, not Plato. What's his name? Da Vinci, or what's the other painter's name? Sorry, can't remember. Mona Lisa, for example, is a painting from, I think, the 17th century. It's one of a kind. There's actually not been any painting like it before. Why? Because the guy only did only one Mona Lisa that artist created. So Mona Lisa is non-fungible. There are many different replica, they call replica or fakes of the Mona Lisa, but everybody knows there's just one in existence. In fact, when I went to a hotel in Lagos in March for an event I went to, I saw a replica of the Mona Lisa. It looked very cool, but then I know that this cannot be the real Mona Lisa. Why? There's only one Mona Lisa, and it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Why? It is cursed. It is from an ancient time, 17th century. Do you understand? So it's called very, very limited. In fact, it only has one edition. So it gives it a lot of value. So the Mona Lisa is non-fungible. It can never exist again. So if somebody creates another copy, it's not the same. Let me go on. You can take a photo or painting or buy a print of the Mona Lisa, but it will never be the original painting, like I'm trying to explain. So NFTs are one of a kind assets in the digital world that can be bought and sold like any other piece of property. However, they have no tangible form of their own. Let's say the Mona Lisa, for example, is tangible. You can feel the painting, you can touch the painting. It's a real painting. But in NFTs, these are digital products. Do you understand, Len? Let's go on. Digital tokens can be thought of as certificates of ownership for a virtual or physical asset. Now, this is another use of the NFTs. And I'll give you an example. You can make an NFT with a shirt. There are shirts that are NFTs. They are one of a kind. So there's a guy that bought a shirt for an NFT shirt for $600. You can Google him online. His name is Donovan. You can Google him online. And what makes that shirt an NFT? The shirt has a unique Ethereum ERC20 address written by the side of that shirt. I think there are only like 500 copies of that shirt that were produced, and each of them have a unique address written on each of them, different addresses. So the shirts look alike, maybe the same color, but the address on them is different, and each address has the name of the person that bought the shirt. Do you understand? So if the shirt belongs to Donovan, you can search it on the Ethereum blockchain and say, oh, this shirt with this address was bought by this guy called Donovan. So the shirt is now an NFT. So if Donovan was to give that shirt to another person, after giving the shirt to the person, he can do an Ethereum transaction with a message that says that this shirt with this address the ownership has been transferred to this person with this name at this price. So at that point, after he has done that, he can never in the future come and claim that that shirt is his own. Why? That shirt only had one copy with that address, and now it has been transferred to someone else, and the name of the person is there. So that's how you use NFT. So now look at the implications for even the other things that we do. For example, there are people who forge certificates. Like I had a guy in Ife, someone was telling me about it, that you can forge University of Ife certificate and you can put it beside the real one and not know the difference. You understand? And people used to pay him to do it. All those people that went to Ife, but they could not graduate. So they just do the fake one and go and show their parents. Do you understand? Their parents, my son has gone to school. Do you understand? But it's a fake certificate. So the only way for the parents to verify is for them to carry that certificate, take it to Ife, go to the registry where they keep certificates, and cross-check the serial number that is on that certificate with the one that is supposed to belong to him. So when they go there and check, it will not be there. You know? So, but if you create an NFT of, let's say, university certificate, the university will put that certificate on the blockchain. This is the certificate of Mr. Ken Akuri. He read vector biology in the year 2000, and he graduated in the year 2009 from the course of vector biology from the University of Ife. This is the serial number on the certificate. This is the date it was issued. This is his grade point average when he graduated. It will be on the blockchain. Now, if I come and tell my parents, oh, I've graduated, oh, this is my certificate, they can say, okay, what is your certificate number? Let's go and search it on the blockchain. Since your school uploads your certificate on the blockchain, so they go and search. But we cannot see it there now. Which one is this you are bringing to me? Why? Because at that point, I do not have the right to go and publish my own certificate by myself on the school blockchain. Only the school has that right. So it makes it hard for me to create a fake of that. So now, imagine using that for landed property. It will take care of the issue of Omonile. Oh, you bought this land. 419 guy, I sold it to another person. You know, so these digital signatures or digital certificate of ownership, as it shows here, would take care of that. Now, for example, there's a guy, this same guy called Donovan. He bought a piece of art that is worth $70 million. He bought it in March. That is the most expensive NFT till date. He cannot put that NFT in his room. If you buy a Mona Lisa, for example, you can put it in your room and anybody can enter and see it. Now, this NFT that the guy bought, I on my own can download it online. Yes, it's a digital, I can download it online and I'll have it. But it will be a fake copy. Do you understand? Just like there's only one Mona Lisa. That artwork that guy bought, there's only one of such. in the world, and he has the certificate of ownership published on the blockchain in his name. So even though I have a copy of that, it doesn't belong to me. It's just a copy, just a fake. So if this guy decides to create a digital real estate, for example, something like a metaverse is like a virtual world where people buy land, they build houses, they create cartoon characters that look like them, that live in those houses. They can even marry wives in that metaverse. It's just an idea that people who are bored have come up with as a way of escaping the reality that we have today, like a game. But the game now has their own character, their own person, so they can do the things they want to do in the game or in that virtual space. So this guy that bought that $70 million painting created a house, and he put in that piece of art in his house in the metaverse. But that's the only thing it can really be used for. Then NFTs could also be used for songs. Somebody can release a song, for example, and say, this is the original copy of the song. This is the address on the blockchain. Any other person that is listening to this song is listening to the fake copy. Of course, the voice is the same, the lyrics are the same, but then some people just have a craze for owning something that nobody else has, or something that only a few people have. So some crazy people might decide that, I want to buy the only copy or the main copy of the song for $10 million. So they pay the artist $10 million. The artist release the signature or the certificate of ownership of that song to them. Do you understand? But it doesn't mean that people cannot stream or play the songs online. So that's the concept of NFT. Do you understand? The founder of Twitter, someone bought his tweet. There's a guy called Justin Sun, the guy that created Tron network or the Tron blockchain, bought the first tweet. The first tweet that was posted on Twitter by the founder of Twitter. The first tweet that was posted on Twitter ever. That was many years ago. Bought it for like $3 million. In fact, there was a bid to buy that tweet. They just took a screenshot of the tweet and they said, okay, this is the first tweet that ever came on Twitter by the founder of Twitter. People should start bidding for the ownership of that tweet. So they created a picture, made an NFT of the picture, gave it a digital certificate. So people were bidding for it. And then the guy won the bid and paid over $3 million. They handed him the copy of a picture, that say, okay, this is the certificate, you own this. So everybody knows he owns the first tweet by the founder of Twitter. But you and I can go on Twitter, go to Jack Dorsey's page, scroll down to his first tweet, take a snapshot of the picture, and still have it on our phone. Do you understand? But then the guy that bought it for $3 million is saying, yes, you have it too, but my own is the original. So that's just the idea behind NFTs. Now, enough of explanation. Let me share with you okay, I believe you guys can see my screen. So if you come to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, come to NFTs. So under NFTs, you can come to coins or spotlight. So let's go to coins first. So if you come to NFTs, it tells you NFT refers to digital assets with unique characteristics. Example, NFTs include crypto artwork, collectibles, game items, financial products, and much more. Now, these are the different coins within the NFT ecosystem. So you have Tether Network, you have Chiliz, you have Engine, you have Decentraland, you have Flow, You have XZ Infinity, Audios. There are many of them, many NFTs. Why? Why? Because anything that is a hype, that people are talking about it and saying so much about it, people rush into it. So there's a whole rush about NFTs right now. Alien World, Alien World is a game, it's an NFT. Do you understand? So this is how NFTs function. So now that you know about NFTs, if there's a boom for NFTs, you can just come into NFTs and buy any of these NFTs token. And what happens? When the whole NFT ecosystem is moving up, your coins will be moving up. Why? Because you are riding the hype, you're riding the trend. Now come to NFT again. Let's go to Spotlight. Okay, you heard that NFT is a digital piece of artwork, right? So here now you have the Spotlight, meaning the NFT for the day. NFT Spotlight. So let's read about this. Kolian Tushel, also known as MZK, is an artist, illustrator, and designer who is passionate about the female beauty and bringing into new forms to the world. He works with digital art and aesthetics. So now we're reading about the person that did this NFT. This is a painting. This is a digital painting. So you can even watch some of the work of this guy. These are some of his other works. He's painting. Okay, see now. He writes about himself, his NFTs. So these are the end. Okay, these are some of his other artwork. So he is on the spotlight today. So crazy people in crypto will actually come and buy these paintings that he has here. Because there are some people that are just crazy about artwork. So they will buy this artwork. I can save it. See, let me save it. You see. Copy image or save image. I've saved the same NFT to my desktop. I've saved it. This is it here. It's on my laptop. Do you understand? But I only own a copy. I am not the owner. I only own a fake copy. I'm not the owner of this artwork. Do you understand? I can only own a copy, a fake. So somebody that buys the artwork will pay this guy money. The person will now own ownership of this, and his name will be written on the transaction on the Ethereum blockchain or whatever blockchain that facilitates this NFT deal. Now, read here why this guy started doing NFTs. He said, I discovered NFTs when people sold one of his works for $6 million. In fact, he actually sold another work. People actually sold another of his work for $70 million. Do you understand? So that encouraged a lot of people to start doing NFTs. People who were artists before. Why? Because of this crazy money. And who bought it? The person that bought that work who just is this work that was bought for $6 million, and I can as well copy it and save it to my laptop. But then, like I keep saying, it's not my own. I just have a copy. Do you understand? So you find that on NFT Spotlight. You can go to Coin Market Cap to click on NFTs, see if they have something different. Of course, the coins listed are the same. Let's see if they have NFT categories. Spotlight. They don't have Spotlight. Do you understand? So that is how NFT works. And some of these platforms are where you can sell your NFT. You can create like a platform to sell NFTs. All right, guys. I'm sure now by the end of this class, you guys understand fully what NFTs are and how to play in the space and how to know that all these are hypes that will go away very soon. But before they go away, You need to understand what they are and invest at the right time when the hype and the trend is still around this hype. All right, we call it a day. Thank you for joining this class. Ken Akure here, signing out. Thank you, guys.